We have made several videos now talking about how it is possible that Toei and Hasbro could split up and Hasbro could make their own original Power Rangers shows with their own suits, their own ideas, their own innovation, their own spin, right? We've been talking about it, and some fans out there, most of y'all is cool. Most of you guys are the fan. We love y'all. But some of y'all is losing your damn minds. We're going to talk about it, break it down, kind of break down why we think this could happen and why would Hasbro want to leave. We talked about it before, but there's even more elements here than ever. Why would Hasbro want to leave? Not saying that they will, not saying that they're not going to stick with their partner and try to make this work. But what is the possibility and why would they want to jump ship? I think there's a few reasons. Let's break it down. Hit that intro.
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake one.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the fan club. It's your boy Dan Brosnan in the building. Welcome to the show. We've got a juicy one for you today, guys. I have been talking about Toei and Hasbro's relationship for the past year and a half, it feels like. The Illuminati broke this news a while ago, man. A good, year and a half, about the possibilities of Hasbro wanting to steer in another direction, okay? And in a business mind, the business element, long story short, is what got us here in the 90s to #1 spot status, #1 hit show in America and all over the world. It's not the same playbook. You're not going to do the same thing and blow up. Obviously, it is not working. And if you guys believe in this Power Ranger brand and want to see it hit that top status again, we have to innovate. We have to come up with new ideas. We have to be different. We have to take things in a whole other direction and take some risks. If you want to make some moves in life, take some risks, man. You want to shake some things up, do something you never done before, spend some money, collab with some big names, do some things that Power Rangers has not been known to do ever in a very long time. Power Rangers has been on a cheap budget since it started, and it got a little bit better through time, but it's always been one of those cheaper end shows. Put some money into it, and this could be a lot of different ways, but the way that it is adapting it from Japan to America, it's cool, and Hasbro's making it better. But some of these suits that they've got coming, man, booty juice. We don't want those suits. There's a few points here that you really have to look at it from a business spectrum, is to make Power Rangers work in America, at least around here, because if it's popping in America, we can get it popping other places. It has a good worldwide name, except America, it's got the fans we've long loved it. It's a household name, but no one's watching the show like they used to. At least, up to the last few years, Hasbro locked in that contract and just slowly over time started to pick things up and turn things around. But how are they doing this? They are cutting off deals with everybody and switching deals up. So, great example, the Nickelodeon deal is done after this year. They're already pulling some of the shows and putting on Netflix early because they're hitting. Nickelodeon doesn't really care. They gave it a home, but they didn't give it a good room. They didn't give it a meal. They didn't give it a shower. They didn't do anything to support and make this brand better on Nickelodeon. Hasbro sees that. They're out. They're not just going to sit there and be like, oh, well, at least we got Nickelodeon. 300,000 people are watching a week. Man, that's booty. It's weak. It's bad. Those numbers, nah. You put it on Netflix, it's trending right away, okay? Another thing about Netflix is they pulled off all of those old seasons that were just sitting there for years and years and years and put them on their YouTube so they can make some money. That's a power play right there, because if those, like, if the only place they are is on your YouTube, the numbers are gonna go way higher than if they were just always sitting there on Netflix. There's a supply-demand weird thing there. It's a psychological thing, but they were smart with that. They cut off the deals with who makes all of the DVD. Shout Factory? No longer. We're no longer making DVDs. We're going straight streaming, and they haven't really announced that yet, but I always talk about this company. They don't announce everything. It's just like with anything we love, with movies, sports. They're not telling you everything they're doing. They got to keep things hush hush, but you got to watch their moves, guys. This brand has made a lot of deals. Even just the first deal they ever made, they came up and bought the toys just to buy the brand a year later, guys. You know what I'm talking about. Hasbro's about progression. If you watch their other products, programs, shows, they don't just do one thing. Entertainment One is an awesome studio production company because they work with everybody. They work with Disney, they work with NBC, they work with Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. They have a array of bunch of different shows that and IPs to their disposal, where they've created relationships with everybody. Netflix, and man, maybe there's going to be some stuff on Paramount Plus. You don't know. The sky is the limit. And the fact that I'm looking at a brand like Transformers, which it's different, but it's similar in the way of fan base and stuff like that. A lot of people that like Transformers might like Power Rangers, vice versa. Doesn't mean everybody does. But Transformers has a bunch of stuff dropping in the next year, like 4 or 5 different projects, from Netflix to Cartoon Network to Nickelodeon. They have a bunch of different shows and movies, and you name it. That's what you're getting. And when you have an actual brand where you can do whatever you want with it, that's what you can do, guys. And now I love the Sentai suits. They've been awesome for so many years, and they really helped carry Power Rangers in the beginning. If you guys remember, we were only going to get 1 season of Power Rangers with those suits until they had the reshoot and everything like that. After season 2, they had enough money to pay for some suits and do some third-party stuff, you know, like that had nothing to do with clips from Jew Ranger. You guys know what I'm talking about, man. So this is a very sad time if it happens, but at the same time, you can do whatever you want now. For years, I've heard fans complain about the female representation. Like, why can't we have a girl Red Ranger? Well, dude, I'm all for a girl Red Ranger. But for that to happen, you have to have like an actual female in the suit the whole time, and not just go off Sentai, because most of the time the Red Ranger is a male, and they're usually Red Ranger's usually like big arms, big biceps, big thighs, like strong. You guys know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't look right. I'm all for having a female leader. I'm all for switching up the colors. And everyone was freaking out about the Green Ranger and the skirt and her being a girl, but it was a guy, you know, like Trini in the original. And in all honesty, we wouldn't have to worry about half of these problems if we could just adapt our own show. Now, we're gonna talk about a clip and break down this little clip from this guy, Joseph Dan, something like that. Let's get into that. So this is an actual comment on my channel yesterday. I believe they took it down after I responded, but I am so glad that I screenshotted it, guys. This is real. This is fake. I would never just make up a fake comment to start a video. That just sounds stupid. But if you look at this, guys, this is the weirdest thing I've seen in a while. So this is about the third or fourth time I've seen someone say something like this to me. It's just been a few months, a good 4 or 5 months. This is recent though. This is the video I made a few days ago. Cue the Hasbro is leaving Toei talks. Saban is cheap. We were talking about the congratulation flyers that they put up, and you know, they were what they were. Hasbro did a good job. Saban did a really weird job. But besides the point, there was something to be said about one of these flyers by Hasbro, basically not saying that they were going to work with them in the future, just saying thanks for your partnership, not to many more years to our partnership. And we had to talk about that. Well, this guy, Joseph Dan, says, "You are 100% wrong about Hasbro leaving Toei. That is racist. Hasbro is stuck with Toei. Toei owns everything that is Power Rangers related. How many times do we have to tell you? You are getting old with the stupid thing that Hasbro is leaving Toei. That isn't what fans want. Power Rangers have to adapt every Sentai season. There is no more Sentai adaptations for Power Rangers to adapt from." Ugh. So I just responded back very nicely. If you want this brand to survive, you have to be able to adapt and innovate. What worked in the 90s will not work today. I want this brand to be a top 5 brand again, and to do that, you have to take risks and try something different. Nothing about that is racist, and a little aggravating that the term is thrown around like it's nothing these days. It's very true. This guy, he's saying everything I have is wrong, but when you just start looking at, so first thing he said, everything I have is wrong, but we don't know anything. Anything I have to say could be wrong or could be true. It could be 100% wrong. It could be 100% right. You know what I mean? There's nothing to be said right now from anybody. So your first statement, you can't tell me I'm wrong. Like, you don't know if I'm wrong or right. That isn't racist. Wanting the company to try something different, that is a racist. Hasbro is stuck with Toei because Toei owns everything that's Power Rangers related. Well, not technically. Power Rangers, Hasbro has the rights to Power Rangers outside of Asia. Like, that's always been the thing. You know what I mean? So, like, they could do their own thing. There's no reason why you can tell me they can't. I mean, hey, it's not, you could say I'm getting old with the Hasbro Toei thing. I get it, but show me a sign then. Show me a sign from Hasbro that says we're 100% committed to Toei in the future. And you can't. You can't, baby. It's hard. So, and then your last statement, Power Rangers has to adapt every Sentai season, and there's more seasons to adapt. Come on, man. They don't have to adapt every season because they haven't. They haven't adapted like so many seasons already. Like, this whole statement is just, it's wrong. And you can't, like, I don't know everything about Power Rangers. I bet there's a lot of things I don't know, but I do pay attention. I make daily videos. Over time, if you make daily videos every day about Power Rangers, even if you don't know anything at all, eventually you make enough in a row, you're going to start to know some stuff about the show. And I can name like 5 to 10 seasons off the top of my head that they haven't used. There's so many seasons they haven't used, guys. Like, get real. Like, how many seasons of Sentai, even in the past, they tried to bring it up in like the 80s and no one wanted it. Like, come on, guys. Let's talk about this and let's do some research before we start calling people stuff. But let's go back to that video, bud. We'll wrap it up in a little bit. Yo, so that was crazy. I hope you guys really see what I'm talking about with some of these fans being out of their minds and saying things. I know we live in a crazy time. Racism is real. Discrimination is real. But let's stop throwing out these words when it doesn't mean that. Like, they're literally trying to better the brand. We're talking about taking risks. We're talking about doing things that are better and trying to home run. Like, I'm sick of bunting. I'm sick of going to first or second. Let me just swing all the way one time and crank it out, man. Let me try to get a home run in today's market. This has nothing to do with racism. I can't even believe that that is even a talking point that is being thrown out within my videos, because if you know me, you know I'm like the farthest thing from that. So that's the weirdest thing to me. I don't think anyone's like actually saying I am, but me saying that is racist, I guess. Weird time to be in. It is not, though. Don't feel bad for saying this, guys. I don't feel bad at all. Nothing we're doing is wrong. Like, that is not wrong. You can switch up Power Rangers. Go right ahead. And the problem, or if there might be a problem, there might not, do you get to use the past seasons? Because technically there are Sentai, but there are Power Rangers too. If you get to use the past seasons, work out a deal with Toei, get to use those past seasons again and reshoot your own thing, boom, there you go. Everyone's happy. Let's just calm down though. Like, let's everybody just calm down. Use those suits. Make it inspired from Toei. You don't have to use all of their suits every single year. You can make everybody happy. It doesn't have to be this or that. You could have an animated show that's literally nothing but like the Sentai suits, or you could do a show or a movie where it's like they've been talking about making a movie with a back to the future style, where you're gonna flash back into the past and hopefully the 90s, and they can do some type of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers stuff. And then you see the suits ode to the Sentai. Like, let's not forget, Mighty Morphin is a hit. They're always going to sell Mighty Morphin. You are always going to see the Jew Ranger suits everywhere you go. Like, so we can make everybody happy. You can have your cake and eat it too here. I think you can. Everybody can be happy. We can make a compromise that I think would be good. You could make a new style show, more like a CW style show with a movie, collabing together, there you go. And then you could do an animated show. You could do a couple of them. You could do a kids show. Crap, maybe keep the Sentai going. I'm not a big fan of a lot of the suits. Like, the newer suits are garbage. The trains aren't gonna sell. The one season, that galaxy looking season, even though it looks crazy, looks awesome. There's like, what, 12, 13 Rangers? Like, that ain't gonna work, guys. Yeah, like, we got to think about what's going to sell. And if we could adapt it ourselves, we could do so much more with it. I know we could. Man, yeah, give us a chance, man. Don't be calling things racist if they aren't. People are just trying to want more for their brand. And if we don't do something, this same style, man, we're not going to be here for another 10 years, man. It's going to eventually, like, it might get a comeback after that, but it's going to die eventually. We need to switch it up. What do you guys think? I love you guys. I want to know your opinions, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and also hit that notification bell to stay in the algorithm. Do you guys support the fan club? You want to help us make our next episode and keep this show running? Well, check out our brand new fan club t-shirts. These are on our Square site. Go check that out. Go check us out on all social media platforms. And thank you for rocking with us, guys.